Hi all, right back with more Fields of Fire. Normandy campaign. This is mission 2, Cerisy offensive. This is my part 17. So just about to start turn 8. I have just came straight back here, so whether I'll get a whole part done here or not so sure. But pretty confident I'm going to finish this mission, over this weekend, easily, and hopefully get the next one started. Now the next one is a combat patrol, I think. So a bit different. I'm going to have to look into that. I want to say I'm not sure you have to do the missions, but I don't know. They definitely have a different sort of feeling about them. They're not as... they definitely don't feel as enjoyable and whatever, if I recall. I've only done one a couple of times, I think. It's not quite the same anyway. But I'd like to obviously do it and show it. And hopefully we can get it done. I just can't remember. I think you do you not take each individual platoon or something like that? You don't get as many. You don't get your whole company with you, and it's like a platoon going on a combat patrol or something like that. We'll find out. Right, so nothing to talk about. We're all good. Let's move on. Friendly higher HQ event phase. Let's just do it. Turn 8. Here we go. There is not one. Okay, BNHQ is not on the map. So what are we doing here? COHQ's here, first platoon, nothing undercover here. So all able to communicate, because remember, first platoon HQ does not have a radio. He's also green. COXO is within communication range, so is the second platoon, not undercover. Third platoon down here is undercover, but wouldn't have been in range anyway, so he's going to have to act on his initiative. And the first sergeant isn't around anymore, so that'll be that. So we have one command saved. Yeah, we do have one. That's not too bad. The first platoon's got a nice bunch saved. Third platoon's got one saved, so that's good, because I'm hoping to maybe do that platoon. Yeah, I'm going to have to platoon move and have some actions to spot, though, if I do go down that road. And they're the only ones that can get within range, really. Okay, so COHQ is line. He's not undercover. And our contact level's contact, so it's a +1. No, it's not. Oh, hang on. Yeah, it's just no modifier. He's line, isn't he? Yeah, why are you struggling with that one, Grant? Band green, veteran, no. Undercover, no. No VOFs. And it's not no contact. Yeah, no problem. So just a straight up number, the big number for the COHQ. 3, okay. It could have been worse. So we had 1, we've got 4. We talked about maybe... Right, let's move across the map. I know I was a bit annoyed when I moved off this, thinking I could have put the casual... Oh, wait a minute. This can make a casualty collection point 2, Grant. We don't need the COHQ. God, I've still got that in my head. I always thought it was just the COHQ that could do that. It's not, is it? It says it's CO staff as well. Designate a new tactical control, COHQ or CO staff, or a platoon HQ on a patrol mission. So that's not what we're on, so it can be the COHQ or the CO staff, of which we've only got the EXO. So EXO, he's got 1 command saved as well, so yeah, we'll not bother, we'll just let him do that then. In fact, we'll let him do that, and also the thought was maybe try and do something with this paralysed team. So that could be the EXO's job, maybe this turn. So I don't think he's now needed. He was helping patching things up when we got in a bit of bother, but I think we're pretty steady now. Okay, so COHQ's got 4 commands, so he's going to activate first and second, because this wants a platoon move, this wants to do something, probably send a couple of scouts out. Maybe. He does only have one possible. Well, there's an assault team here, isn't there? And we've got an assault team here, but my guess is 2nd Platoon HQ will move up there, send that assault team up to there, and then we can break off a squad, break off an assault team there and move up to there. And infiltrate up to there and then do the ceasefire. Whereas, I noticed the last part, I was like, oh wait, back up, let's not just move, let's try and get the guy not exposed on that card. Okay. Right, so we activate first. Yeah, still activate the XO, yeah. So 1st platoon, the XO, and 2nd platoon, and save the other commands, yeah? Do we want to do anything with the COHQ? No, we don't. So I'm going to spend 3 commands. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to save the last one. I'm going to activate, with my 3 commands, I'm going to activate the XO, the 1st platoon, who's got 4 commands, to be honest. So it's, yeah, well, never mind. That's fine. And who was the other one? 2nd. Yeah, 2nd, who's not got any. Right, and then we will just a cube to signify that that'll activate with its own initiative. Okay, so what do we want to do first? Actually, it might make some sense. The fact he's got loads of commands, I just platoon moving across to here and then grabbing that. Well, we need to platoon move under the cover or send somebody under the cover because that assault team's undercover. And then send that assault team probably up to the primary objective. I mean, we could send them here as well, but I think probably here. Yeah, but the problem with that is then you're not benefiting from the infiltrate, are you? Because if we platoon move across to here, then there's no VOF in that card. Well, here's a crazy thought. Break off, detach a team, assault team up to there, infiltrate, hopefully. Platoon move across to there. Then grab that guy and send him up to there. Or maybe not push. Because we're going to move 2nd platoon up here and then send that assault team up there. So it's 2A is not enough for this turn. We're only on turn 8. And then, yeah, just sort of like let's not overdo it and save that last A for turn 9 maybe. Yeah, and this one's risky. This one's in the open field, isn't it? And he's definitely going to be exposed. Because we can't infiltrate attempt with that one. So, okay. Right. Well, I think I'll just do 2nd platoon first, actually. Because I know they want to platoon move. Yeah, as for putting steps back together or anything like that, the only step we've got... Well, that's not true. What is this? Assault team as well. Yeah, well, we might eventually put some of the assault teams back into the squads, but at the moment they're kind of got work to do, so yeah, so the only step we do have that we could put back in a squad is paralysed team, but it needs a bit of work done to it, and that's what the XO is going to do, I think. Right, so I'm going to activate 2nd platoon. They're not undercover, they are line. Well, they're activated. They have no save commands. We're going to draw a card, so it's just not modified. The big number 4. Excellent. Yeah, I've not done him yet. He's on the bottom. He's on the saved row at the bottom. That's right. Okay. So 4 commands for 2nd platoon. Well, he knows what 3 of them are going to be. Platoon move up to there. Send that assault team up to the open field. So let's get the platoon move up to there. I'm going to spend 2 of the 4 commands and we're going to platoon move up into the Orchard Grove. Okay, so that's them platoon moved. I've spent the 2 points. They're all exposed. No issues and no firing being done. Yeah, no enemies. The only enemy we've got is a sniper. So then with the next command taking him down to 1, he's going to order this assault team with his green smoke up into the open field. So a bit of a risky one, this. So exposed, and probably just save that last command. Don't think there's anything else needing done with that. No. So save 1 command for second platoon. Right. We've got the first platoon or the XO. Does it matter really? I think they're going to be doing different things. I should bring it back a little. I don't think they're going to be connecting up really. I mean, first platoon has got 4 save commands, so I think he's comfortable in being able to do, even if I did want to do it. Now, I might still move across into these woods, but I don't think I'm going to send that forward. No. I think I'm just wanting to go for the 2 contacts. I'm not wanting to push it to a 3rd potential A contact. We'll leave that till the next turn. So as long as we're sort of poised in this woods, ready to do that next turn. And remember, we don't need to take this card. I think that's right anyway. I don't think we need to clear the back row. We just need to take our objectives, obviously. Right, well let's just do the XO first then, Grant, yeah? Okay, so we've got the XO activated. He's line, he's not undercover. So he's got 1 command save. We're going to draw a card. It's unmodified. We got 2. So he's only got 3 commands. That's not so great. He's not going to be able to do an awful lot with that. Because he's wanting to drop a casualty collection point and then move across there. That's 2 of his commands out of the way. And then I suppose he turns the paralysed team into a litter team. Yeah, that's a problem. He's then going to be under the foxholes, and the COHQ will not be able to activate him next turn. Yeah, that's a bummer. Yeah, there's totally a downside to cover, isn't there? It can really mess things up. Yeah, well, I think we definitely do the casualty collection point. So I'm going to spend 1 command. And we've seen that one before. No, I don't need to show you that again. We've seen it before. Designate a new tactical control. It costs 1. It's automatic. The originator needs to be the COHQ or the CO staff, or if it's a patrol mission, it could be the platoon HQ. The recipient, it says the HQ itself. Yeah, it's just targeting itself. I'm not really sure, but it says place a new tactical control measure on the same card as the HQ that expends at command, and then it tells you about casualty collection points, medvacs, and landing zones. So I'm going to spend 1 of his 3 commands to place this on this card, and now we will casualty. We'll evacuate the 2 casualties, and it'll give us a couple of points. Yeah, he doesn't need to go under the... Well, hold on, Grant. No, don't go under the cover. What to do is... Hopefully you get a better result next turn. Just move across. So I'm going to move across here. Exposed. Into the village. That's going to cost me 1 more, and then if I save that last point, I'm not under the cover. COHQ can still communicate with me, activate me next turn, activate the XO next turn. Hopefully it draws maybe a 4. He's got 1 save, that would be 5. So yeah, but then what's the point? I've got to move under the foxholes. Yeah, but well, if you get enough general initiative, can the paralysed team come out of the foxholes? Is it allowed to move on the card? I don't know, Grant, is it? Paralysed team movement actions. Move to an adjacent card, but only if that card's staging area or is friendly occupied with no VOF. Oh, it can't move within the card. Why not, guys? Why not? It can move to an adjacent card. Right, hang on, I'm maybe going to rethink that. So I'm going to take that point back and move the XO back, I think. Just now. You would have thought it might have been able to move within the card. But none of these things talk about moving within the card, do they? No, yeah, they do. A pinned unit can move within a card. Paralysed team cannot. Litter team can move within a card. So a paralysed team can't even come out of cover. Okay, fair enough. The fact that a litter team can, it sort of says that, look, a litter team's capable of something. Whereas paralysed, the word in itself tells you something, Grant. They're under their foxholes, they're no one to move. And the only way they're going to move if they can move to a card that is friendly occupied with no VOF on it. Oh, pinned units and paralysed teams must drop any assets or casualties they are carrying before they are able to move to an adjacent card. Yeah, I noticed this is what Andrew, I think, was talking about under transportation. Any pinned units that move, if they've got any assets, they would have to drop them. That's what that is there, I think. Okay, yeah, so I'm just thinking here, if we get a general initiative, rather than me maybe just save the 2 points and maybe we can get this guy to come across to him. I mean, that's you relying on a general initiative. You know what happened the last time you done that, Grant? Well, you know what? I could still sit there. I could get activated by the HQ again, and then we could move undercover. Yeah, no, that's better. That's better. Moving on the cards is the waste. Yeah, stay where you are. Even if he isn't able to come across to you, you get activated by the XO. You've got 2 save commands. Let's say you get 3. That's 5. First command you use, you move across under the cover, and then you start doing your stuff with the paralysed team. Yeah, of course. Simple. Right. And even better, he might be able to move across here, saving us a command. But that's only if we've got that general initiative to spare, because to be honest, we're already wanting to look for cover here, and we might also be wanting to look for cover here. And I say might because we might be able to infiltrate onto this, and as we've realised, when you infiltrate, you're not exposed, but if you seek cover, you become exposed. So I might not feel that it's a good option. It's probably not. Okay, so we're just leaving the XO where he is then. Yeah, I think so. I think so. And then this could, if we happen to have spare general initiative commands, we can move that across. It's allowed to move. It says that move to an adjacent card, but only if that card is a staging area or is friendly occupied with no VOF on it. So that's fine. Okay, yeah, I'm going to save the last 2 XO commands. So we've got first platoon to go now. First platoon's green. He's not undercover, so he is getting a -1 to the big number. That's a 4 though, so it's -1 is a 3. So he's got a big 7 commands here. Right. Let's move the tripod up a little bit, because I'm getting up there a bit. I'm going to have to start stretching. So we break 1-1 platoon, 1-1 squad down. Infiltrate up to the hedgerow bocage, primary objective. If it succeeds, good, we'll not need to look for cover. If it doesn't, it's exposed, we'll probably try to look for cover for it. In the general initiative. We can then... Oh, wait a minute, Grant. Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, sorry, I was just looking down at the possibility of spotting from with this guy. Oh, he's a paralysed team. Thought he was an assault team. I've just been talking about him as well. It's just that this is all white border, but this little green border obviously is not. So no, we can't. Yeah, it's only this card or this card we're going to be able to have a go at trying to spot. Because even this being on the hill, nah, doesn't work. Okay. So, and then what were you talking about? Platoon moving across there. Undercover. Well, then you don't get the activation. Saying that, he's got 7 commands just now. If he was under that cover and he still had like 3 commands left, maybe. How many are you going to spend? 1 to detach, 1 to send that. That's 2. You're going to have to stop firing. No, we're not, because with platoon move, that'll stop us firing. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to have 3 left. We could be under that cover beside that assault team, and then next turn we'll send that assault team up there. And obviously next turn we'll have to act on an initiative because we'll be under the cover. Yeah. You don't fear anything from that? Not really, but... Well, we've seen what the counter-attack event could do if you were under cover, and if you didn't get lucky like I got, then there's a high chance you're going to get mortars or artillery firing at you. But can you go through the whole mission just worrying about the counter-attack event? I don't think so. I think you just take your chances with it. And it seems more sensible here. In 2 ways, moving under cover is a bit nicer. We're up on a hill under the cover. But also we want to do some of that assault team next turn, so we're going to be in the right place to be able to give them an order. Makes sense, no? Yeah. Okay, so we've got 7 commands. I'm going to spend 1 of them. I'm down to 6 now. And detach a team from 1-1 squad. Detach an assault team. I don't have any left. Hang on. Assault team. There we go. So there's an assault team detached. I'm then going to spend 1 more command, taking us down to 5, to attempt to infiltrate him onto that hedgerow bocage. And we can do that because we're firing still small arms. So our attempt to infiltrate is just a 2. He's wine quality, so 2 card draw. Looking for the silhouettes. Here we go. That's a no. And that's a no. Right, that's annoying because that does mean we probably want to try and find him cover now. In fact, he's exposed, so... Right, okay, never mind. So he's exposed, failed at his infiltrate, and then we're going to spend 2 more points to platoon move first platoon across here under this cover marker. I'm going to spend 2 down to 3, and I'm going to platoon move these across under the cover. Right, it's a bit messy this one. I've decided to use 2 cover markers, so as long as I stay switched onto it, so there's not 2 cover markers, they're all under the same cover. This lot is all exposed, the whole first platoon, and this assault team is under the same cover marker but it's not exposed. So I've just got it marked with a separate cover marker, but it's not ideal, I know, but yeah, that's how we're going to have to deal with some of these things. Okay, and then what happens there is, because we moved, there's not a valid target for us to fire there. That's going to come away, that's going to come away. And yeah, and we've got 3 commands left, and that's why moving on that cover, acting on our initiative next turn with a +1. Of course, we're under cover. Well, actually, no. We're green grant, aren't we? So it's a -1 +1. Yeah. We did get a -1 to that, didn't we? Yeah, I did. I've drawn 2 cards for infiltrate. I drew a 4. -1 was 3, and I had 4. Yeah, that's right. Okay, good. And then nothing else they can open fire on. So I'm just going to save his last 3 commands. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Right, that's it. Apart from, we've got 1 initiative impulse with 3rd platoon, who is hoping to get... well, actually, I'm hoping for a bunch of commands. He is undercover though, so he's going to get a +1 for that, and he's line, so he will get that +1, but it's a small number. Because we kind of want to maybe, if we get enough commands, platoon move up to here and then start spotting that guy. Let me just double check if we were to spot that guy that I read that properly and I'm understanding what's going to happen. So this is the part about the sniper. So, an unspotted enemy sniper, well, we're hoping that's not the case. If an enemy sniper is spotted, it will move 1 card away from any friendly units during each activity check segment until it is out of friendly line of sight or has exited the map. Well, that's what he's going to do. He's on the last row, he's moving 1 card away from any friendly units. Yeah, and even moving sideways there, if it was an option, he's there. Not really thinking, I'm thinking again it's going to move back the way, but that is not moving further away from spotted unit, yeah. It's not moving further away. It's not moving 1 card away from any friendly units. Nah, it's not. That's moving towards friendly units. So, and if it was just looking at this card, it's not moving further away from it. It's not moving 1 card away. It's moving the same amount away. So yeah, he would. If we spot him, he's just going to move off the map. So it might sound like a sort of sneaky way of trying to deal with it, but there's quite a few of these things in this game like that, and yeah, they're the moves that you've got to make. I mean, if we spot him, he's not wanting to be spotted as a sniper. He wants to then move back, find the better. He wants to get out of line of sight again so that he can become unspotted. Okay, that does mean in this case he's going to move off the map, but so be it. That's how it works. Right, well, let's draw the card then for the 3rd platoon. Like I say, he is getting a +1, but we're looking on the initiative small number this time. So he's got 1 command save. So with a +1 on the small number, it's only a 1. I was kind of hoping for a 2 or a 3. Okay, it's just a 1. Could have been a 0, I suppose. So 1 plus a 1 is 2. So he's had 1 saved. So he's got 3. Could have done this. I think it's too risky, this. Because I want to say that more than likely our spotting attempts are going to be just 1 card draws. Let's see if that player aid gives me the details. Yeah, here it is here. Let's just have a look at this before we make our move. So, okay, this is an old chart. This is from 2nd edition, so we hope that it's all just the same. So base draw is 2 actions, but you always get a minimum draw of 1 card with this one, right? So you can't have a 0 or anything. So the spotting recipient, this is who's doing it. Well, we do have a couple of veterans in our group, but let's just move through them. If we get a veteran, we get +1. We would not be in a higher elevation, so we're sitting at a +1 at the moment. The target is undercover, yes, so we got a -1 there. That takes us down to 0. Target is a sniper, yes, so now we're at -1. Target is veteran or green, no. We're sitting at -1. On same card as a spotter, no. Is the target exposed? No. So we're still sitting at -1. Does the target's card have +3 or more cover value? No, it's a +2. That doesn't take his cover, his cover marker into play, that one. Pretty sure that one got asked and got settled, that it was just the terrain. So that's a no. I think we're still sitting at -1 though, aren't we? And then you've got cover value at +1, no. And this is the one that's wrong, isn't it? I think this one means, does the target have a VOF of A or a VOF of H or G? Because that's the one I got wrong. Andrew pointed out to me that was an errata. That it's not the target's card. It's what the target's firing with. You can imagine if he's firing with automatic weapons, you're maybe going to have a better chance of seeing him. If he's firing with heavy weapons, or he's launching grenades at you with a bazooka, then you're going to have an even better chance of seeing him. So none of them will apply though, because he's a sniper. So you can see we're sitting at -1, and that was with a veteran unit, which means you're going to get the minimum 1 card draw. So if I don't use a veteran, I'm going to end up at -2 and still get the 1 card draw. So we can't better than a 1 card draw. And even exhorting doesn't help, because we're as well just moving on our unit. Well, if you had loads of commands and not many units, it would give you 1 extra card draw, I suppose. I will say the result is the crosshairs, isn't it? And I like to feel that the crosshairs, there's quite a lot of them. There is quite a lot of them, isn't there? Crosshairs, so just double check. It's a crosshair, isn't it? It's a combat action, I want to say. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Yeah, so it's 2 card draw, but you modify it. NHQ or staff, any good order unit, line of sight to an unspotted unit. Check for the crosshairs. If it's present, intent succeeds. So if we were to do this with our 3 commands, and if we wanted to platoon move, well, you can see what's going to happen. We platoon move and we get 1 attempt to spot. That's rubbish, isn't it? That's rubbish. And to get this guy back to be able to spot, he needs to get rid of that pin marker, which is more commands required, general initiative. I mean, I could move my platoon HQ up there, remove the pin marker, and then give him an order to spot. That's my 3 commands. That's rubbish as well, isn't it? Yeah, we needed about 6 commands here really to make it worthwhile. Platoon move and then have 4 attempts at spotting. At least you're drawing 4 cards in total. Anything else we can do? Not really. And we've kind of got quite a few things we want to do with general initiative, so that's annoying. I could take a chance. We could take a chance and platoon move up there. Then he's going to target one of these guys, because these are all going to be exposed. Well, not necessarily so, because we can actually infiltrate, right? Attempt to infiltrate with a platoon. And then we could give 1, it doesn't matter which one, like I've said about the veteran unit, it doesn't matter, it's still going to take us to a -1 result, which will give us a 1 card draw. But all the rest of the cards are going to get a small arms fire though as well, remember. All the rest of the units are going to get small arms fire. Yeah, that's not clever, Grant. That's not clever. Come on, think of something better than that. I just don't know what to do here. I don't know what to do. I mean, Should I just leave it? I could just leave it. We've cleared the card. If that's... Yeah, I was thinking though that if he's not got this as a target, he can see through this border. He can see into this village. He does have long range only, I think. Wasn't that? Was it long range? Yeah. You would have thought that a sniper would have very long range, yeah. Well, it's not. It's got long range, that. I mean, we were hoping to maybe have an initiative to move this paralysed team out of the way, so then he wouldn't have a target at all. And if we just avoid this card and this card, which we've already cleared, we don't really need to bother about the sniper. Because am I not right in saying that if he's got no target, he just does nothing? Let me see. An unspotted enemy sniper with no eligible targets will take no action. So he's just going to sit there and do nothing. Although that does mean you need to get this moved as well, Grant, and it's pinned. So how are you going to achieve that? Well, again, I think he can move across, but these are... And then how does third platoon get involved? It can't really, because second platoon's moved into this woods. Which maybe if I thought that. Does it need to get involved though? Does third platoon need to be? And, well, next turn, there's nothing to say that... There's nothing to say that if we clear this card or this card, well, these are the two potential contacts we're looking at. If we manage to clear one without a contact, there's nothing to say first platoon can't platoon move into one of them, clearing that woods hex out for then third platoon to move up to. That would be alright. So, that means you're not doing nothing with third platoon this turn. You need to get these out though. I need to get this away and this away. And I want cover for this and this. So I want 4 general initiative commands. And then if I got 2, I would be tempted to maybe move this across to here and then move this across to here and leave these guys exposed with no cover. They're only going to get an extra +1 cover. It might make a difference though. So can this pinned unit move though? Pinned assault team. Well, we just looked at that recently. I think there wasn't a problem with that, was there? The only thing, let's say, Andrew's brought to mind. Oh, well, that would be a good example. He would drop his smoke. Because it said, pinned units, paralysed teams must drop any assets or casualties they're carrying before they are able to move to an adjacent card. And pinned units, movement actions, move to an adjacent card, but only if that card is staging area or friendly occupied with no VOF on it. And interesting to see, it doesn't allow an infiltrate action. It just says move. Because the fact it's moving from a VOF would normally, in normal circumstances, allow it to infiltrate, attempt to infiltrate. But in this case, I'm assuming not. It doesn't say it's allowed, so do we do that and hope that they would get a 2 for general initiative now? I thought about we could move third platoon here and try and get this guy out of the way, but then third platoon's in there and that would then be fired upon. So the more exciting part does sound going up here and try to spot that guy. I'll give you that, but I'd like to do that, but I'm only going to get 1 attempt to spot. Well, we could then go into general initiative and then have another attempt to spot. Now, how would you do that though? Because you've only got 3 commands. So to be honest, you need to move the platoon HQ up and then unpin this guy, which that's going to be a card draw actually. No, I don't want to do that. So what I would probably do is move a squad up for 1 command. I've got 3. Then move the platoon HQ up. That's 2 of my 3. Then give an order for the squad to spot. Because I don't know, can the 3rd platoon, can the HQ spot? Well, what does it say? Any good order unit with line of sight to an unspotted enemy. Yeah, he's a good order unit, isn't he? Just thought he might have needed a VOF rating, but it doesn't say that. Whereas other ones will say, you know, if any firing. So yeah, what you could do is you could do that. I could move a squad, then the platoon HQ, and then with the 3rd point, one of them will carry it in a spotting attempt. And if we fail, we then go into the general initiative and probably want to prioritise trying to spot that guy. And remember, we can do it again because we've moved into another impulse. It's another phase. It is, isn't it? Yeah. Well, at least I think it is. Yeah, it is. It's in a different impulse. That sounds a more exciting way to do it. The other way sounds a bit boring, doesn't it? And there's also risk in the other one as well. That if I leave it, I need 2 general initiatives, and then none of these guys get cover. Whereas if I take a chance with it this way, I mean, there is a chance. I draw the crosshairs, and bingo, we're in. But if I don't, my 3rd platoon HQ is in. Oh, I'm going to do this. It sounds more exciting, doesn't it? Right, so we're going to try and infiltrate though, aren't we? So I'm going to use... What am I going to use? Am I going to use a full squad, or... He's the veteran squad. Well, you get a better chance at the infiltrate. True. Yeah, let's do it. Let's order. So I've got 3 commands. I'm spending 1. Let's order. Just gonna move that guy down there a little bit. This 2-3 platoon up. To attempt to infiltrate in a hedgerow bocage. Okay, so that is going to be a 3-card draw because am I recording there? Yeah. Well, I'm already zoomed out. It's a 3-card draw because he is veteran. Let's double check that. 2-3 platoon. Yeah, 2nd squad or 3rd platoon is veteran. So he attempts to infiltrate with 3 cards. You sure with this, Grant? Yeah. I'm just going to be looking for crosshairs on all these cards now when I turn them over, really. Okay, so 3-card draw, attempt to infiltrate. Well, that didn't have them. Or the infiltrate. Oh, 3 bursts. Yeah, burst, and then the triple burst. Right, well, he's exposed. I mean, the good thing there was no crosshairs. But I've still got to then now move my platoon HQ up. Do you really want to do that now, Grant? You're leaving the rest of the platoon back under that cover. Now I could go to general initiative and have the ability to spend 1 to spot, but I could get two. I could probably get more than one attempt to spot if I do it the other. Yeah, let's. Come on, you said you were going to do that. Come on. Right, he's going to attempt to infiltrate as well. Third platoon HQ. He's line. He's going to get 2 cards to draw. So here we go, looking for the infiltrate. Yes. No crosshairs. No, there's a crosshair. No. Well, let's hope there's 2 in the draw. Okay, so he succeeds at infiltrating. And this guy's panned. Yeah, I'll just leave him back there. That's fine. Right, so I've got 1. That was me spending on a card. I've got 1 command left. I'm going to spend it. And it doesn't matter who we choose. We're going to attempt to spot on that card. Yeah, it doesn't matter because where was this spotting? I came across a bit there. It was talking about spotting, just in case it might be different. Oh, jinx! I don't know. I've seen it recently as well. Oh, there we go. Spotting, attempt, draw, modifiers. Well, let's say we've got a veteran squad that's exposed. No, that's not relevant. Or the 3rd platoon HQ. There's the section there on spotting the enemy in 8.5. It's on page 64. I'm not going through it all. In order to spot an enemy, let's just start from there, I think. In order to spot an enemy, a unit must be on the map and in line of sight of an unspotted enemy. The unit must be ordered to make a spot attempt, 4.2.4a, during the friendly command phase, with a base draw of 2 cards modified by the modifiers on the spotting attempts draw modifiers chart below, also found in the charts and tables, player aid and hint card 55. Crosshair's icon indicates a successful spotting attempt. A jam icon has no effect and does not indicate a successful attempt. So there's a chart actually in the new rulebook. So just in case it happens to be different. Base draw is 2 action cards, minimum is 1. I don't think so. I think it's set out slightly different than us. Yeah, it says note there regarding the cover value. If a card has 2 cover and concealment values, use the lower number when spotting across a white loss line of sight border. No, we'd be going across the green border. Yeah, I think I looked at that already. So we're going to use the +2 that's in the hedgerow because. So again, the spotting recipient is veteran, so we got a +1. We're not in higher elevation. Target he doesn't have 3 or more cover. He doesn't have 0 cover. The target is undercover, so we got a -1. So that's it down to 0. Target is a sniper, that's it down to -1. Target is not veteran or green, so we're at -1. The target is on the same card as spotter, no. The target is exposed, no. The target is, and this is where it clears this up about this problem before, the target is a unit with a VOF rating of A. Well, it's not. A target is a unit with a VOF rating of H or G. It's not. It's a sniper, so. Although it's a -3, it's not classed as like an H rating. So you can see there that we're still, even with the veteran, we're ending up with a -1, but we also always get a minimum of 1. So it doesn't matter who I use, we're only going to get a 1 card draw for this. So here we go. Right, here we go. So we're just going to use the HQ himself to be doing this spotting. Hopefully he's on the ball. His eyes are good. So 1 card only, and there it is. Looking for crosshairs. And yeah, that's going to be that. Oh, yes! I got it. I thought there for a minute I had 2 cards stuck together, but it's not. No, we got it. Excellent. So we've spotted him. So basically that comes off. Now he's still under his cover, but he's now spotted, and that's all we needed to achieve. Well, nothing else changes there, but I'm pretty sure he's going to just go away. We've looked at it already, and we've carefully worked it out that should be the plan, but you can see that was a bit risky. We really needed more commands to be able to platoon, move, and try and spot him, but well, yeah, we got lucky. Okay, good stuff. Well, that's the last, general initiative now. So let's see what we do get if this would have mattered. So non-modified, unmodified, small number. Oh, we got a 2. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's going to tempt me into moving that paralysed team then. Well, it's got cover on it, that card. Shouldn't look at that card. Right, so he's exposed. I think that's the smoke he's got. He's in a 0, he's in a +2. It feels like it should be throwing a bit of aid his way, but then this is the primary objective, so. But, it's not that the unit's going to appear. Well, it could appear on the card. You've got two command. Sorry, I've not got my dice there. We've got 2 general initiatives. I mean, I could just go for them both and leave this guy. I mean, is it really important to? We're still going to have 2 turns to try and mess about with that guy, and maybe all he needs to get back to is a fire team. So he's not pinned anymore. So it's like litter team, then fire team, and then just supplement Is it supplement? Supplement him back into the squad. Yeah. And interesting to see Andrew's comment there that it doesn't affect experience. But that, again, it wouldn't really, because if you've got 2 line steps and you put a green step into it, it's going to be line. So that is right, isn't it? Going away back in the back of that experience chart. 3-step unit. Line any is line, yeah. So line green is line. So yeah, so it doesn't matter, but it was, I didn't realise that. I thought it would consider the experience, but it wouldn't have mattered. So yeah, maybe we don't bother about this then. See, the other thing is, you get a 4-card draw for cover here, and you're only getting 2 there. That definitely is a smoke, isn't it? He's not sitting under a cover marker, is he? No. Must be a smoke. Yeah, I think it's probably better trying to find the guy who's got a bit of cover, eh? I think that's more important than this. And I think we can still do something with this. We do have 2 turns, and we save 2 commands. So the first turn we move across, we get activated by the HQ, we move across here under the cover, we start putting it together, and then we send it towards a squad, a 2-step squad, so that it can get supplemented back in. Yeah, that's fine. So I'm going to search for cover then. Because we've got the word cover there, I'm going to do this one first. So it's a 4-card draw. He's line quality, so no modifiers to this, and that's going to be one of our actions. And looking for the word cover. That's a reshuffle card, so that's 1, 2, we get it, 3, and we draw 1 more card before we shuffle. Right, okay, so just shuffling up, and we found cover for this guy. So that'll help him a little bit. Yeah, as for the other guy, yeah, I don't know. But we're going to try that. We're going to use the last command. I'm just getting the deck shuffled up here a bit. And he's only a 2-card draw, and he's line quality as well. He's assault team. So no modifiers yet again. Shuffle. And yeah, we're still going to be sitting at contact level just now, aren't we? Yeah. So that is not automatic, but it is a 7-card draw for them. So yeah, that's enough shuffling ground. Right, so 2-card draws without any modifications. 1, 2. Again, looking for the word cover. That's a no. That's a no. That is a contact though, so it gets that out of the way. So unfortunately he fails at seeking cover, and the other guy Yeah, just the 2-card draw kind of makes it less likely, doesn't it? Okay, well that's all our initiative, and yeah, seems like a good time because that's worked out perfect time wise. That's another part done. I'll mark my phase marker to be coming back doing the enemy higher HQ event phase. And we're in turn 8, and that is part 16? No, 17. I think it was 17, this, wasn't it? Whatever, I announced it at the beginning anyway, whatever one it is. Okay, I will get away for now, and probably got some other things to do, but I'll be back later for maybe even get this finished tonight, to be honest. Because that's us halfway through turn 8. We'll see. Okay, I'll be back later. Cheers.